Hi everyone, this is Ann, your librarian from Washington County Free Library, and for this week's YA shout out, we are going to celebrate Pride Month, and I hope to bring to you several excellent young adult LGBTQIA+ novels. This reader's advisory includes books that you can find both in print and digital formats. See, there are many books, many resources at your library, but I opted just to focus on ones that you could access either by placing requests for or uploading to your digital devices. All images and text have been taken from Novelist, found at ebscohost.com. This is the library main page. Up at the very top of the page, you can see an arrow pointing to where you want to type in the title of the book you're looking for. And of course, a reminder to join the summer reading club. Once you've typed in the book you're looking for, you can see that this book is found in both digital and print format. If it's digital format, just go to your device and log on to Libby or Hoopla or Canopy and upload the material, or if you're looking for a book, then go to where it says place request, click on that, and when the book's available, a librarian will call you to come schedule a pickup of the book. Hopefully, the libraries will be open sooner rather than later, but right now you can still get all of your resources. You just need to come pick them up at the library curbside service. At the bottom of the library page, you can find information about those electronic resources such as Overdrive, Libby, Hoopla, Canopy, and RP Digital. Now, on to the books. The Summer Reading Club theme is Imagine Your Story, which leans heavily into fantasy, fairy tale, myth, and fable. So my first selections for you are all going to be fantasy. And we're going to start with Black Wings Beating by Alex London. In this great book, falcons are the new dragons. How cool is that? And the main characters are two twins, and they have to use their knowledge of falconry and their special powers to, of course, fight the war and save the kingdom. I actually met Alex London last fall, and he told us all that he had actually learned the art of falconry, where the bird lands on your arm, as doing research for this book. Prior to reading the book, he himself became a falconer. Dreadnought is a superhero story. So the main character, Danny, is just having a regular day, and all of a sudden the superhero falls out of the sky and dies in his arms, and Danny assumes this superhero powers. Danny kind of gets used to the powers, and all of a sudden the murderer appears. And the fight is on. So if you like superhero stories, check out Dreadnought by April Daniels. Oh, and let me show you too, I have letters right here which will indicate the gender or sex of the main character within the book. Nimona is actually the first graphic novel that I ever read. Yeah, and I don't know, I was late to the party, but now I love graphic novels and I love to read them, but I love this story. So Nimona is a shapeshifter, and she's a bad guy, or aligns herself with the bad guy, Lord Blackheart. But in this book, the bad guys aren't necessarily bad and the good guys aren't necessarily good, and it gets all intertwined, and it's a great read. It's a wonderful graphic novel, so check it out. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo is a high fantasy. It has 6 characters, and I just have to say this about Leigh Bardugo. People who read her books don't read just one. After you read the first, you go back. Now, don't we all love books that then become movies? And again, there are many books and many movies, but these 3 you can get both in physical resource by placing a request at the library, or by uploading them to your devices using some of our e-resource apps. We have The Perks of Being a Wallflower, about shy Charlie who's standing against the wall watching life go on, but sooner or later you got to get out on the dance floor. Dance, Charlie, dance. And the book has great characters, and it's wonderfully popular. Simon and the Hope of Sapiens Agenda was then created into a movie called Love, Simon, and Simon is just an adorable character. He sends an email that has some private expression in it that gets read by the wrong person, and then he has to decide, like, is he going to step out of his comfort zone and get real, and how can he do that without alienating friends, and he does it, and we're cheering him on. So great book and movie. And finally, The Miseducation of Cameron Post is about a young girl in a very strict and conservative family. Set in the 1990s, gay teenager Cameron Post rebels against her conservative Montana ranch family, and they send her to conversion therapy. Both the book and the movie have won many, many awards. Let's take a look at a series of books that are all realistic fiction. This Is Where It Ends is a book that is about a school shooting. There are 4 characters, and we see this all evolve and unravel in their eyes. Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe are about 2 boys, very, very different, who become friends and really lean on each other and learn to love through their relationship. You Asked for Perfect is about a college student or a young adult preparing for college, seeking perfection, failing a calculus test, and here comes that really cute tutor. But will a burgeoning romance be too much to handle with everything else that's going on in our main character's life? In Symptoms of Being Human, a gender fluid teenager struggling with identity, creates a blog on the topic, and it goes viral. And of course, then this student has to face both the challenge, ridicule, and applause from the people around him. Anger is a Gift is a book for our times. In this book, our main character, a high school junior, Moss, faces both racial and economic struggles, and also a racist school administration. And Moss decides to gather his friends around, and they protest. And we just kind of live out this experience with him in a great book, as I said, speaking to even the moments that we are living in today. In Tosh Hart Tolstoy, this is about a group of vloggers, and one of the young adults' vlog goes viral. And the vlog is an ambitious project marked by a love of Tolstoy. Tolstoy. I got it. And adoring fans, high pressure, cyber flirtation, and all of it kind of on the backdrop of a secret asexual orientation. My recommendation for all of you, all of us, is Like a Love Story. Now, this is an historical fiction novel, which is kind of crazy to me because it's set in the 1980s when I myself was a young adult. And maybe that's one reason the book resonated with me so well. It was at the height of the AIDS crisis. It's got great cultural diversity. It's set in New York, where protests were happening everywhere. The characters are wonderful. There's 3 main characters, and there's an uncle in this book that is a father figure to all 3 of the teenagers, but he's struggling to live with AIDS. There is AIDS advocacy. There's tribute to gay cultural icons. There's social and political climate of the time. It's in vivid detail, and there's fear, love, and acceptance. So this book is really for older teens because the main characters are 18, and I would say older teens and up, because let me tell you something, if you dance to Madonna at the sock hops, then I think you're going to enjoy this book as well. Now, if none of these books appeal to you, or if you want to keep looking, here's a list of resources. You can just Google these organizations and they will bring you right up with some book list suggestions. There's American Library Association's Rainbow List, there's their Stonewall Award list, Goodreads, Book Riot, Epic Reads, all have great reading lists. You can go to the library main page database and look up novelist, where I got today's information. Call your librarians. We work really hard to help you find your next great read. Again, a shout out to Summer Reading Club, easy to sign up, great books, fun prizes, wonderful community. And also through your young adult department at Washington County Free Library, we have Wednesday evening program at 6 p.m. called Teen Library Council. We have open discussion. We run a blog called The Washingtonian, and you can get your SSL hours by joining. We are running a summer grief group for anybody who has experienced the death of a loved one. At any point in your life, you can join this group, you can hear from others, and if you feel so moved, share your story, because your story matters too. And finally, here it is, it's Comic-Con. It's coming at you virtually, but save the date. Saturday, August 1st. I can't wait to see all of you, my patrons, and check in every Wednesday. We'll have new YA content for you, and I want you to take care of yourself, and I'll check you later.